Hello, and a very special welcome. I'm absolutely delighted to be your host today. My name's Nikki Shields, because today we are bringing together two names that have really helped define the way we think about speed, style, craftsmanship. And I was thinking about this. I think everyone here shares a common bond with both Aston Martin and Breitling, and that is very much a deep fascination with speed. George, can you just showcase the watch? I think you are wearing it today in all its glory. And just
well, all of us.
All of you. Well, of course.
Aston Martin was the dream for us to work with. We really believe that partnership has a fundamental added value to build our brand around the world.
I've worked with George in the past successfully. And the affinity that our customers have, any luxury car buyer doesn't just buy luxury cars, it's part of their life.
Yeah.
And great boats, planes, and high tech and high quality watches and objects are all part of their sphere of influence. So working with a great watch partner like Breitling fits our customer mindset.
And it's not just that's shared as well. There's a bit of a shared history as well, Adrian. I mean, if you look back to, I think 1907, it was when the Vitesse, one of the first chronographs that could actually measure speed, came out. At the same time as that going on, you've got Aston Martin's story beginning on Aston Hill. Tell us how that has then kind of reflected in the history since those early days.
I think it demonstrates the DNA of the two companies that we both aim for performance through high technology, through the best people and through craftsmanship. In the early days in cars, make them go as fast and as durable as possible was the ultimate test, and watches as precise as possible.
Just tell us a little bit more about that kind of nod to F1 and the history and the heritage that's there, and a bit more about design.
Jim Clark and Graham Hill, there were obviously two British drivers, licensed pilots before they went into Formula One, which is quite interesting. And in fact, they both raced Aston Martin during Le Mans. The Navitimer was initially built for pilots, but its circular slide rule calculated speed, distance, fuel consumption directly on the wrist. And Clark and Hill brought that functionality to the racetrack for the same purpose.
When James Bond hit our screens, particularly in Thunderball, because not only was the Aston Martin DB5 featured, but also the Breitling, the top time. It appeared in the same film.
The DB5 debuted in Goldfinger and returned in 1965, by the way, when I was born, in Thunderball.
No way.
And in the same film, Breitling's top time, the reference 2002, was on Conrad's wrist. And this was the first Q-modified wristwatch. So the color and design aligned perfectly with the DB5. So the pairing felt inevitably just and right. So Bond crystallized what both brands stood for: sophistication and style with purpose.
Our aspiration as an organization from a marketing commercial standpoint was to do a deal exactly like this. This is emblematic of what we want to be as a Formula One team. It is a brand that reflects everything that we are. We came back in 21, and so it's been that journey, and the journey now is not just to bring in great brands like Breitling, but also to win world championships, and that's the next level in which hopefully our timings will go down in the lap time for next year, and hopefully on a Breitling watch.
So from my perspective, through Aston Martin, the difference is that there is a passion that we didn't previously have. So there's something new, there's a different input, which again, as a creative, allows you a different avenue to create something unique and new and innovative.
The energy and the direction that Breitling are on to expand the business and develop the company is truly exciting and inspirational for us, just from a business point of view.
We have the high-tech Formula One team pillar. We have the heritage pillar with the with these iconic products we mentioned. And we have Aston Martin. And you will see three totally different types of products in the market covering these three segments. And this makes the richness of the partnership.
So far we've kind of got these three touch points: the early days of raw engineering, then the cultural moments of Bond and the DB5, and then the links of both brands to Formula One. So, you can very much see that this partnership is just a continuation of a story that has been written over decades. When you look at this timepiece, where do you feel that kind of emotional connection comes through? And also, how do you think it's maintained both of the brands' DNA?
The excitement still comes from proportion. In our cars, you see wonderful proportions, which is the attraction. I love it. I see it because it's proportionally perfect. And it's exactly the same when you get into the watch. How the face is defined, how the case is defined, and how you work with the materials to get that precision is where the two brands come very close together. Each time you develop something beautiful, it's about the subtlety that exists within the beauty that is there. So the more you look, the more you will see on the watch as well.
This is a completely collaborative effort that I think from the outside world is going to look totally seamless, regardless of technically entities.
It's a three-leg stool, really, that has the stability. It's a seamless transition between the brand, if you like. One is the extreme sporting side and is Formula One. The other is the extreme sports car and SUV side, which is the road car. But they are inextricably linked through color, through language, through the sheer passion and ultra luxury that all exists within the tri-party agreement, if you like.
So the new watch is limited, obviously, to 1,959 pieces because it's the year when Aston Martin came back to Formula One. If it's sold next week, we'll do another one.
Very, very exciting start. But this is just the beginning, of course. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we will see you very soon. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
Here we have a first look at the Breitling Navitimer Aston Martin Formula One edition watch.
It's really cool. First time I'm seeing it. It's all titanium, extremely light. It's going to be an exciting year, 2026. Can't wait. And yeah, the watch feels good on the wrist.